And he's very, very upset with me. He did a video where he thinks this is hilarious, but think about it. If it was you, and Lammy, I'm in this with you, and I want to say hello to Lammy Sinclair. And look, when I talk about you and Kool-Aid Girl, look, I didn't mean to piss you off. I like you. I like you a lot, Lammy. I've just known Kool-Aid Girl longer. But Lammy got pissed off at Al Brookman's video. He was showing a YouTube mortuary and cemetery, and Lammy's was less than flattering, and it wasn't flattering at all. It was insulting. And some of you might have thought it was funny. Yeah, okay. And mine, according to him, since I'm a socialist, I don't deserve to be buried in a proper cemetery. Mine was a marker on the side of the road, okay? And the name was spelled wrong, which he thinks is hilarious. That's comedy, folks, yeah. And so, but I was trying to ignore it, but I'm addressing it now. And yeah, that's fine, If you think that's funny, that's great, The funny thing is he keeps talking about how he's so hilarious, how he's so funny. He beats his own chest, telling us how funny he is. Much like a O'Reilly, or with those people like, come to me, I'm the truth, like Rush Limbaugh, same personality, I think. Are all conservatives like that? Or any conservatives? Can you think of any that are self-deprecating or not boastful, whatever self-deprecating I think would be, or what's the most common phrase for somebody? The common word for my brain's not working again. Modest. That's the word. Modest. Are there any modest conservatives out there? Are there? Sarah Palin certainly doesn't seem modest. So I want to thank Scott for sending me these episodes of Deadwood. I found them very, 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 besides the entertainment value, the soap opera of who, is she going to be with him or the Jewish guy in the town. Oh, and the racism. Oh, the black people in the town are treated so terribly. The N-word is used freely. The Chinese are treated terribly, considered less than human. The partner in the hardware store is Jewish, and there's constant references to him being Jewish and Jewish stereotypes, etc. And and he's obviously has a thing for one of the prostitutes. And even though she stops working in the saloon, in her mind she's always going to be a prostitute, and it's very hard for her to rise above that. Even though she learns how to do numbers, she essentially becomes a bookkeeper. The Jewish man teaches her, and she goes to work in the bank. Anyway, it's such a good show, such a good program. It's such a shame that program ended, that it only went for 3 seasons. I mean, it's a program that could have went on for years because it was a story about a real place. Even though it's fictional, there are historical characters like George Hearst, the father of Randolph Hearst, I believe. And I don't think it skips a generation there. I think it goes right from George Hearst to Randolph Hearst. And Wild Bill Hickok and Calamity Jane. And Bullock, the sheriff, is a real person that existed, and so is Swearingen. Except in the show, Swearingen is English, from part of Great Britain somewhere, and the real Swearingen was born in the U.S. Anyway, that's the Wikipedia knowledge that I looked up. This is a long and rambling enough Fez Night. So speaking, okay, and I'm perhaps whatever Fez Night part this is on, I'm going to put a link in the sidebar. And I was not aware when this video came out, but it's Pops of Pop Art Productions, spoofing Fez Night. So have a look and let me know what you think. I mean, and maybe there's some changes because he's some of the jokes are on how long Fez Night is, how boring I am. One of the jokes is about how I'm part Mexican. One of the jokes is about how I read the newspaper. He's joking about that. And the Fez that he's wearing, long time ago I had a contest, and I couldn't pick a winner, so I ended up giving out like 5 Fezes or something, or 4 Fezes, and that Fez he's wearing was the one I gave him. So it's kind of ironic. So let me know what you think, and I think it's a parody, and I think some of the things that he's making fun of, or joking about, is definitely things that happen in Fez Night. And one of what I considered a close friend, she's rolling. She finds it like enough to roll on the floor with laughter. So let me know what you think. I think no. Anyway, and so here's the newspaper. Some of the stuff that's spoofed, and I'm almost done talking now. I'm all talked out. Oh, and Barfly. Speaking of Scott Barfly, he's getting some grief from Riley right now, and I think he's being misunderstood because Scott really does make some really good videos, and Riley's just saying like your videos are crap because you just sit in front of a monitor. But Riley, what do? You do direct uploads, and it's mostly you talking, and what's the difference? Scott's has a monitor there, Anyway, but that's not all his videos. He does other videos where he actually edits and uses special effects and creates a storyline, or he does a good parody. He did a great parody of Rod Birch. I thought it was great. It was funny.